Hey everyone, how's it going? Blue Riser here, and I wanted to try something new. Well, not technically new, I've done this before. Hey there. Alright, you might be a little bit too out. I wanted to try this out, first impressions, and this is a game I wanted to try for a long time now, Azur Lane. It was gaining popularity very fast at its release, or launch, whatever you want to call it. And I was quite surprised because it kind of rides off Concole's success with Ship Girls. So I was like, how good could this game really be? Surprised, I will have to say, because I thought it was going to kind of be like Panzerwaltz or even Conclave to like a T, but it really isn't. It's a bullet hell game, which I was quite surprised by. We're going to just do a few missions right now, as I just kind of want to show off overall gameplay. I've played for about maybe 3 to 4 hours, so I haven't put a lot of time in. That's why I want to call it the first impressions. I did want to start recording when I first started the game, but I wasn't sure if I'll be able to do that. So here we have our unit, our fleet right here. You can move, and I like this a lot about the game, that you can move these little spaces to the enemy. So we're gonna go to this enemy, we're in progress, and then every battle costs oil. I think this is stuff that you pretty much pick up at the beginning of the game. The tutorial though is really fast. Like, she's just pushing shit on you. She's like, do this, do this, do this, do this. Instead of like just blocking out stuff and letting you play for a little bit, and as you progress in the story, they just really want to push all the information they can onto you. But then when you level up, they kind of don't give you the pertinent information that you really need, like event quests, like what are the daily quests, that kind of stuff. And because I believe that stuff is the lifeblood of mobile games. I believe I'm on auto, so we're gonna go ahead and do this ourselves. Here you move your characters. Now, I'm not 100% great at this bullet aspect just yet. Like, I still get hit and stuff like that. And I want to know if there's some sort of trick to it. Right now I'm playing with my right hand. I should be playing with my left. I was doing some weird stuff. Anyway, no, not like that. Anyway, let's get off that subject. I'm not 100% great at the combat yet. I can probably see people being like god tier. That's not me. I'm just decent. And there we go, we found some more fleets. We got airstrike. That's bad. Like, the game in the beginning isn't hard at all, and they give you everything you really need to beat like the first chapter with fair ease. Of course, I just did a bunch of missions over and over again because I saw I didn't collect everything from the drop list, and I was like, let me just get everything. I really want to get all these girls. But overall, it's a decent fun. I like that you can actually play the game. Unlike games that try to mimic Conclave a bit, but there's no real gameplay aspect to it. You just kind of watch the girls do stuff. Now again, I haven't really actually played Conclave. I've watched gameplay, and I've played games that mimic it. That's about it. That's as far as my Conclave experience goes. I'll get to it sooner or later, I just don't know when. I do think the game's music is a bit uninspired. I don't know. I just don't feel anything for it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. As far as the artwork goes, it's pretty basic standard stuff you expect from this kind of game. Nothing crazy. Even for like the lower ranked characters, like, I'm not sure. The art isn't that great. Or I should say, it's a bit too generic. And then the character models, it's totally fine by me. I'm used to that kind of stuff, so it doesn't really bother me. I'd much rather this kind of game that takes up less space anyway. And they have character models like this. Oh boy. So overall, my first impression is, I'm not 100% impressed, to be honest. But at the same time, it exceeded my expectations for kind of, I don't want to call it this because it seems to have its own identity, but a Conclave clone. Like, it's done well enough to try to set itself apart. But yes, the Ship Girls thing has gone very far, especially when it comes to people copying the manner of it. So, you have that. And obviously I have a bit more stages, but I'm just kind of lounging around chapter 1 for now. I'm taking it very slow. Alright, so we have missions too. We got like daily missions, weekly missions, all that kind of stuff. Pretty neat jazz there. Nothing really special. And then our gacha system, which is actually called the build system over here. I think we have an order that's being produced. It takes about 5 minutes. You know what, let's just finish it now. Just for the sake of this video. So we can see how the gacha works. So we got a rare, she's a 2-star. Let's go ahead and lock her up. And so you can do the limited build. So these are like the new characters, limited time characters. I was about to say servants for a second. You have your light ships, your heavy ships, and your special ships. So I need a bit more heavies. So let's go ahead and start building one of those. Now what I found interesting about this gacha is that it takes a currency, your coin currency, and these wisdom cubes. Wisdom cubes come in pretty well enough, and you can get one a day too, and you only need 2. So not only does the game give you a few at the start, but they're not a hard resource to come across, or at least gain by achievement. So we're gonna go ahead and build, let's just build 2 of these. So it's gonna be 4 wisdom cubes and 3,000 coins. Good enough. They're both gonna take 4 hours. Let's go and skip that. What is that? Rare. And then let's try this one. Skip it. I wish there's some sort of sound or something. And another rare. That's so lame. How do I not have a 5-star yet? I do like dark skinned ladies though. So let's try for the limited build again. And let's do another 2. See what we get. Most likely, oh my god, a common. Lock it anyway. And another Norfolk. Alright, fine enough. So that's how you get characters. It's a very interesting gacha. It's not like the normal kind of gacha you would think. And then you have a bunch of stuff just here. You got the storage, academy, dorm, missions. Missions isn't too hard. That's just pretty much your rewards. Your dock is your characters. But I don't know. I felt like it was a bit of a messy UI. Let's go over to Laffy here. So you have quite a bit of information. What I like about this is that it has comments. I am a big fan of the comments thing. I like people input on these kind of games. Let me sleep on Nichan. I like this. This is cute. I want this inside of me. Alright. Well, I like it too. Yeah, of course, she's a lolly, so a bunch of FBI jokes. FBI, open up! And then of course every character has gear. Apparently there's a skin thing. I'm not really sure what that is. Again, I just started like 4 hours ago. So I'm not too privy on everything there is. And even then, I tried one of the event quests and it was just over my level. So the game really doesn't want you to jump in right away to the deep stuff. If I had started day 1, then yeah, maybe they would have given you time to like level up before the first event. I'll just take my time. I'm in no rush. You know, pretty basic gacha stuff around here. You've got enhance, limit break, gear, you know, nothing crazy. I just thought the UI was kind of messy. Especially, let me just go back here for a second. Because I found this to be the most annoying. Yeah, I want to nap with you. Anyway, here, if you go to anti-gun, you go to change. I didn't like how it moved to the storage. That way you would have to keep going back and forth sometimes. Compare items. I don't know, it's just a nitpick. It's not that big of a deal. I just don't like going in and out of inventories. Like here, when you click on it, I would just hope it would have a list of the items right under it. That'd be so much better. But whatever, I'm not fretting it. And I think that's about it. There's a bunch of other aspects, but I feel like I'm too early in the game to really talk about them. If you play Azur Lane, leave your tips and stuff below in the comments. What should I really be looking out for? Again, I've only had, probably by the time of this video come out, maybe about 6 hours of playtime. Maybe. But yeah, that's Azur Lane. This is my first impression. I'm not 100% impressed, but at the same time, I'm not really let down either. I think after I have about 2 to 3 weeks of gameplay, I'll finally do an appcast on it and see what I really think about the game. Because I can only say, these kind of things, you need to put time in to see if you really do get invested or not. And right now, I'm just in the middle. I'm kind of mixed about it. But yeah, tell me if you play Azur Lane. Are you a big fan of it? I see artwork of it popping all around the place. Cosplayers doing it all around the place. So I thought maybe it's time to check out Azur Lane. I really can't say that I regret making the decision. It's an okay game. It's sitting on my second phone, by the way. So it's not on my main phone. So I only play it when I'm at home. But yeah, I think this video has pretty much went on long enough. So if you play it, if you want to leave a comment down below or join our Discord, talk about it there, perfectly fine. Link down in the description. I'll definitely see you guys next time. Please sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the channel. We have hundreds of videos for you to enjoy. Peace out.